And we're back. As a matter of fact, we just got back from unloading our guns at the site. If you're tuning back in, you'll see here we have a witness pursuit of an absolute felon driving his truck harmlessly in the neighborhood. Cops have stopped him in his tracks. He ran over a pile of grass, and he actually threw out what looked to be a gun wrapper, but we misunderstood it to be a gun wrapper, which is highly dangerous and is also a felony. So we got guys here from 13 different states. They're piling up behind the vehicles. He has a truckload of what appears to be marijuana, we think, or explosives, or large guns that are circular cylindrical shapes. We don't know if those are cannons or not. What we do know is we have our tanks lined up on the backside. We're actually reaching out to NATO right now to see if they can come to provide air support and drop maybe an atom bomb toward the front of the truck. We're going to get rid of everyone around there just in case. We've got the trucks lined up. We'll check back in with Jeff in the helicopter. Are you there, Jeff? Yeah, this is Jeff. I'm still here. I fell asleep for a little while. We've been doing this for about 6 weeks now. I don't know how I got a gas left in the vehicle here, but I do have my gun loaded. As I mentioned last time speaking to you, we saw that the suspect actually was smoking a vape. Turned out to be he was just drinking coffee, and we thought that was a gun. So we zoomed in and reached out to headquarters and let him know that he had a gun, in fact, although it looked suspiciously like a cup of coffee, but that could also be a gun. We don't know yet. We're going to zoom in. We're actually in the flight path of a couple 747s right now, so we've got to make some maneuvers. Let me check back in with you. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much for reaching back out. Come back in here. We're going to get a live update. The guy is still in his truck. He still appears to be totally harmless to himself. Technically, there's been a smoke bomb. We thought this was marijuana coming out of the tires, or maybe some sort of device that's explosive and dangerous to everyone around him, like the police, who matter the most, more than anyone. Here you see him doing a burnout, as the kids call it, trying to get away, but they have hooked his truck into the earth, tethered to the core of the universe, so he's not going anywhere again. Gentlemen, is there anyone here that maybe have an idea as to how long this has been going on? Yep. 2 weeks? Yeah, I've been covering this for 2 weeks. I think my whole family's actually dead at this point. I don't know how I've survived this long. I've actually been talking straight for 72 hours straight. I don't know what the hell's going on. I can't see a goddamn thing. I think I'm having a stroke. Matter of fact, let's get back to the how many cops we got here. Like I said, the guy's truck is on fire, and we think those were bullets that were coming out the backside. We think he's been shooting bullets with fire and flames out of his tires, which is highly illegal, also a felony. And those bullet casings, we can't see them yet, but we think that they're somewhere in the vicinity around here. We'll wait till CHP Air Force gets back to us on the topic and matter. Here, we got also, we have a tank coming in now with what appears to be a giant missile launcher from the USSR. We don't know where they got that from, but we better get that dog out of here. I think he's about had enough. It's one thing to be a guy doing 37 and a 45 and you can get a ticket, but if you're a guy that's just minding his business and you have what appears to be maybe an expired registration, and you're doing less than 10 under the speed limit, you're gonna get the tank coming after you. The boys don't play, obviously here. What we gotta do here is figure out how we're gonna get this one single guy by himself with all the tanks we have. We don't know how we'll do it yet. We know that everyone in the area has been shot in the face, just in case they get shot, as mentioned before. So we've gotten rid of any particular people that could be hurt in the crossfire here out in Compton right now. So the tank's coming in. They said that they forgot to fill it up, so it's actually in static death mode right now, which means it's probably going to be exploding in about 2 hours or so. So we'll see what happens. It's just a default setting in the program settings of the PCM, the ECU, and all-terrain data control module. I used to work on those back in the back in the 90s. Let me tell you what. So these guys out back here are all just forgot the guys even actually over there. They're all just talking about bullshit. And, this guy here, I think he's falling asleep. Can someone send him maybe an Uber Eats or something like that? That'd be tremendous. I think he's probably having a mini stroke also. The veins in my forehead are just bubbling out of the front part of my fucking head. What I'm going to tell you, though, is this tank has got about 20 minutes till it completely ignites. There's a lot of explosives inside because he was carrying that coffee cup that looked like a gun. They do think that he is heavily armored, heavily weaponed, and he actually said something about, what did I do, or something like that, and he said that sounded a lot like, I have a lot of guns in the front of my car, and the engine, actually in the actual cylinder area, above the cylinder heads, he stored guns, marijuana, several types of paraphernalia, a syringe, and some old condoms. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically go into detail and follow through this with this whole a catastrophe of events that have unfolded in front of us of a guy doing 37 and a 45 in Compton. Anyway, Katie, back to you. I'll touch base with you in a minute. I'm going to go tip the base, and I'll see you soon here. Checking back out as GAEBC. That's GAEBC Area News. Thank you. Subscribe. Kiss, bye.